And on this grounds, Elohim cannot get involved in the favor of the Jews. If the Jews want to really solve the problem, they have to go status by status and say, okay, those two are correct. We'll fix it. We'll pay for that. We'll repent for that. Whatever. Then they'll be on the correct side. I believe if the Jews would have done it in the past, they would have prevented many of the suffering that they went through. In my opinion, and I started a big research in 1993, 1994, how to prevent the Holocaust. And I was thinking how you could have prevented the Holocaust then, and I had many revelations which in Israel I was totally ignorant about. But my objective was obviously to prevent the future Holocaust. And my conclusion today is if I would have been able to go back to 1925, for example, 1930, in order to prevent the Holocaust, I would actually pick up the Nazis' claim, all of them, and one by one check which one is correct and which one is incorrect. And you have to remember, it's very important. There are some claims which are correct. It would be a terrible mistake of the Jews, even today, to say no, it was whatever the Nazis said was wrong. It's a big mistake even today, because it's not over. People are saying, oh, but it was 60 years ago, 70 years ago. No, it's not over. It's those things, whatever hasn't been corrected, it's still there in memory. The Satan is memory, and the Rothschild's memory, and the Sacred Society memory, and Elohim's memory. Nothing went away. It's still there. And I would go and I pick up all the claims one by one. And the ones that are incorrect, I would announce and claim them and confess them incorrect and put them away spiritually. But the ones that were correct, I would fix them or repent or would make the payment, penalties, whatever. And I don't want to go to the list now. I actually know something, but if I tell you the list, the few things that are correct, you probably will stop watching this program altogether. And so I'm not going to do that. But it's sad, but there are a few things that the Nazis did claim were correct. And that's how I would have stopped I believe I would have stopped the Holocaust if I could have done it, if I had the opportunity to do that. You know, because a lot of the reason for the Holocaust is because the Jews declined everything, and they just built the steam of the Germans, and it was easier for the Nazis to build steam and say, listen, the Jews did so and so, and they add another 10 issues. Now the Jews are facing 10 claims against them, not only 2. And by the Jewish, as I already said it before, gave an example before, by the Jews refusing to accept anything, soon it would be 20, which 15 would be wrong accusations. But that's how it's built. And I'm saying it not as an historian, I'm saying it more for the future, because now we all going through a script. The Satan's got a script, and he passes the script to the Rothschild, because Rothschild is his agent on Earth, and then Rothschild breaks it apart to different people according to the need to take an action. He definitely doesn't disclose people more than what they need, and occasionally those things leak out. And I don't even have to leak out, because I can see from the Bible what the Satan's trying to do. And obviously the Satan wants the land of Israel to be known as the only safe place for the Jews. And he's going to create another Holocaust to get rid of some Jews which are not in Israel, and to make sure that the Jews that survive would go to Israel. Because that's what is basically end game. To build a new world order in which Israel is a place for the Jews. And all the Jews would go and live for Israel, except few anointed ones. I don't know exactly how it's going to, but for majority of the Jews, they'll either have to die or go to Israel. And that's going to be another Holocaust. And the Holocaust is going to be by framing the Jews. But it's going to be by framing them on 2 or 3 points, and then making 10 claims against them, and then the rabbis come immediately and say, now, those all 10 claims are nonsense, or this and that, and that's how it's going to snowball into another Holocaust. And the rabbis always been doing the Jews a very bad service. They claim that they're protecting the Jews, they're not. They're actually part of the problem. I already talked about Judaism and the rabbis in other section. And that's a very big problem, because salvation of the Jews will come through Yeshua, and the rabbis are the ones that are rejecting him. And it's not only that, because they don't understand the nature of this world, they're causing the Jews to go from one disaster to another, and there's going to be another disaster in the next few years, very short time from now. And that's the reason why I'm so in a hurry to do this program, even that I don't have the funds to do something really professional, because it's important for me to do it now. And maybe in the future, if I have money, I might redo it again professionally.